$12 a month. That is way too much money for RuneScape. We pay, we say. I'm angry, but is it actually that bad? Or is the value of RuneScape undervalued? Let's talk about it. Yo, what's going on, guys? My name's Chevalric, and today we're going to be talking about the $12 a month fee of RuneScape, which actually isn't $12 a month unless you buy it monthly, which you should never really do in my opinion, but we'll get into that of course in this video. And if it actually is undervalued, or is it at the right value? I mean, spoiler alert, I think it's undervalued. Please check X, don't hire the prices, don't do it, it's good, please don't do it. But if you look at it objectively, RuneScape is undervalued, and they can ask way more money than they're already asking, and I'm glad that they're not doing it, don't get me wrong, and we'll talk about accessibility in this video as well. But if you're going to enjoy the video, definitely go give it a like, join in with the discussion in the comment section down below, subscribe if you're new. We're still trying to get as close to 2K subscribers as humanly possible, and without further ado, let's just get into this video. So, if you don't know, the meme of $12 a month. If you buy 1 month of membership at this moment in time in US dollars, it is $12.49. I'm currently looking at the chart of everything and how much it will cost. I'll actually put it on the screen so you can actually look at it as well if you're interested. And then you can see all the prices. Even buying 6 months is not really beneficial. It is just better to buy a 12-month subscription. And a lot of people would say, but I only want to play for like 1 month at a time. For example, during Double Experience or during any other event. But honestly, you're probably better off, unless you have the money to spare, to just buy 1 year in one go. And a lot of people would probably be sitting there like, hey, well, I don't have the money. And I mean, I understand that. Like, I genuinely really do. There's not everyone can afford paying 70 euros or 60 pounds or $80 for a game. And that sucks. And thankfully there's also another way to obviously buy membership, which is bonds. And especially if you're really high level, it's not that difficult to attain your membership with bonds. For example, I recently got the purple Halloween. I wish I got the purple party hat drop. Jeez. Purple Halloween hat drop from Treasure Hunter, which just using my daily keys, and that would pay for a year membership, at least at the time, if I would have sold them, which I didn't. I kept them because I am fortunate enough to be able to pay my membership with my own money, and especially now with my YouTube money. Not that it's that much, but it generally definitely will pay for my membership, and I know I'm blessed with that. And I am not trying to be ignorant to the people that are less fortunate, but then again, playing any game will cost you money. And I know there are free-to-play games, right? And I know there are a lot of amazing free-to-play games, but RuneScape isn't a free-to-play game. Well, it is a free-to-play game, but if you really want to play the game, let's be honest, it's a pay-to-play game. You need to pay for membership to be able to properly play RuneScape and properly enjoy it. And at the value of 70 euros, I'm looking at it from euros because obviously I'm from Europe, is more than fine. And a lot of people might not agree with that, right? Because they think, oh, well, it's expensive, you need to pay it every single year. I look at it in a bit of a different way, and that might just be me. But I used to buy, and I kind of bought the new Call of Duty as well, but I used to buy Call of Duty every single year. And especially now I'm playing on PC, it actually cost me $70. At the local game store, it cost me $55, but I don't have a disc drive, so I kind of have to buy it online, which sucks, but it is what it is. So 70 euros every single year for a Call of Duty game, which overall I would probably get 100 hours probably of gameplay out of over a year's time. I probably get that in a month in RuneScape, if I'm going to be completely honest. Obviously, I stream pretty much every single day. That is already 2 or 3 hours. And besides that, I also like playing RuneScape in my spare time because I really do enjoy the game. And I know that not everyone has the time or even plays RuneScape that much, but if you play RuneScape for 2 hours every single day for an entire year, you're already getting over 700 hours of gameplay out of RuneScape, which even if it's $70 a month, that is like for every, you're paying like pretty much 10 cents for every hour of gameplay you're playing, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much, at least in my personal opinion. Because if you compare it to Call of Duty again, I'm pretty much paying nearly €1 for every hour of gameplay. And that could just be me not playing the game as much. But for me, there's just not that much content, but I still really enjoy the type of game. And that is kind of my main point of this video. Look at all the content you're getting for just RuneScape 3. Because the majority of my viewers are obviously RuneScape 3 players. That you have available to you for an entire year for just €70. It's a lot. You have over 30 bosses, if not 40 bosses that you can slay. You have, how many skills do we have? Like 26 skills or something stupid? We're getting a new skill next year. You're getting weekly updates. Obviously, I'm aware that not every update is as big as the next one, but you're still getting weekly updates. There's a lot of games that are not getting weekly updates. Yet again, going back to my Call of Duty example, they get an update every few months. I think it's like once every 2 months or something. They get like a big update. And if you compare that to the updates RuneScape is getting, it's not that much more. Actually, it's probably less than what you get in RuneScape. And besides that, every single year you also get one big piece of content. I mean, next year we're going to get a skill, and wouldn't surprise me if we get another boss. That only just that content accounts, in my opinion, which a skill is an entire expansion of the game that, for example, World of Warcraft would charge you for. It's all included in your subscription fee for €70 a year. And I'm not trying to just sell you membership here. I wish I could and get a cut from it. JagX, hello. Can I get a sponsorship here, please? But in all seriousness, you get all that content. But not just that. You can also log into Old School RuneScape, which is an entire different version of the game set in the old style of RuneScape, which obviously if you enjoy that, you can play 2 versions of RuneScape. It kind of sucks that you can't play them alongside each other on one account and you need to pay for 2 accounts, which really does suck, but it kind of is how it is. I don't even know if they can change that or if they're going to change it. I mean, if they're smart business-wise, they won't be changing it because that will let you buy another account. And, you know, I know that sounds a bit, you know, bad from my side that I'm promoting that. But then again, like, I don't mind RuneScape making money because I want my game to succeed and I want my game to be alive. And especially if it's through membership, I don't really mind it. But that's just my personal opinion. But then again, I kind of just always get triggered when people bring up that $12. Like, someone put it on one of my videos that kind of inspired me to make this video as well. It's like, yeah, but we're paying $12 a month and there's so many issues. And I'm like, yes, RuneScape does have issues. And yes, RuneScape 3 does also have MTX. That is also an even bigger source of income compared to membership. And especially in RuneScape 3, obviously in Old School RuneScape, the membership is even bigger than the MTX in RuneScape 3. But player bases, amount of players, alts, etc. It's also easier to run 2 accounts on Old School RuneScape because on RuneScape 3, you actually need a really good PC to do so. At least I have experienced that, and especially because I'm also recording, which might actually impact my... I have a decent PC, by the way. Like, my PC is not bad at all, but it's struggling. And I think that also has some sort of influence why people are not multi-logging. Obviously, you can multi-log on mobile if you're into that, but I don't mind them making that money, as I said. And I think the value you are getting and the people getting angry about it, then just don't pay it, bro. Just don't play the game. Like, if you cannot cough up €70 a year to play RuneScape when you have the money to spend, by the way. I'm not trying to neglect anyone who doesn't have the money to spend. And a lot of people are saying, yeah, but we're, you know, uni students or, you know, we're less fortunate. And then I feel bad for you. Like, I genuinely do. Like, I understand. I mean, I used to be a uni student and I had a uni debt. And I still have a uni debt, by the way. And I'm in between jobs right now. And obviously, I'm fortunate enough to have this YouTube channel and my Twitch that has some income that would pay for my membership, even though I still have some money saved up for it. But for me, I look at it in a different way. Even when I was studying at uni and I didn't have a job and I just had my student loan, I looked at it and I'm like, that amount of enjoyment I'm getting out of it for that €70 is worth way more. And then I stopped buying Call of Duty because I was like, you know what? That is just not worth it for me with the amount of hours I get back from a game like that. And what I'm trying to say is kind of, and I know this is very controversial to say, and that's kind of why I'm saying this late on the video, because I know the people who are actually watching the video and actually are open-minded to listening to what I'm saying will understand what I'm saying. If you're not willing to pay €70 a year for a game like RuneScape that gives you so much content and weekly updates, then RuneScape might not be the game for you. And that might be harsh to say, but I generally do feel that way. I feel like, as I said, the amount of content you're getting for that 70 euros compared to pretty much any other game. Think about any other game that you're playing. And obviously, depending on which game you're playing, think about at least one of them that gives you the amount of variety and content that RuneScape gives you for $70 a year. I'm not talking about free-to-play games because they have way different mechanics and they work in way different ways than RuneScape does and any other pay-to-play game does. But think about it for a second. I cannot think, and I play a lot of different types of games, by the way. I cannot think of a singular game that can give me $70 worth of gameplay every single year. Because that is another thing you gotta understand. Like, it's just $70 for a year, and then the year after, and the year after. And you're still getting your money's worth, at least in my opinion, at least that is the way it feels like me. Something like The Witcher, for example. You might be thinking about it, or something like Skyrim. Yeah, you could put in hundreds and or even Pokemon for that matter. You could put hundreds and hundreds of hours into that game. But I feel like after you put like 500 hours into the game, you probably want to play a different game. At least that's how I usually feel. With RuneScape, after putting 500 hours in, it's very easy to put another 500 hours in because new goals are arising. There are new goals. You know, maybe you want to go for Trim Com. Maybe you want to go for 120 all. Maybe you want to go for 200 mil all. Maybe you want to go for collection logs. There's so much to do. And that for just $70 a month, or 70 euros a month in this case, or $80 a month, or £60 a month, or 119.99 Australian dollars, or whatever, is worth it. To me at least. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, and Jagex swears by sponsorship. I'm joking, but I'm not. That would be great. Like, imagine if there were creator links, by the way. Hello, Jagex, do something, please. Or loot drops on Twitch would also be great. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. As I said, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like, join in the discussion in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're new. And my name is Chevalric, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.